Hi guys, how you doing tonight? This is another episode of Dad's Channel 1.0, and it's been a while since I've done a video. I mean, I did a short one on my last pickup truck build I did, but I haven't really been posting a whole lot up here, and I think a little bit of that has to do with I haven't been getting a lot of love on my channel, and I don't know if that's because I don't have my settings set right or whatnot. I don't know. If you want to check it out, or if you're seeing this, it's Dad's Channel 1.0, obviously. Hit the like button, subscribe, and share if it tickles your fancy. If not, put a thumbs up or thumbs down if you like or dislike. I've been watching a lot of channels of different guys that are doing videos, and I do mine a little bit differently than what you guys do, and I'm going to try to mix it up a little bit and maybe match it up, I guess. I don't know. A lot of guys will do the unveil of the box, the opening of the box, pull the model trees out, the parts trees out, and say what they do and don't like about them. I don't know. I want to try to get in that hang of that, because I would like to get a sponsor, I guess, maybe if that's possible. I don't know how to go about doing that. So if maybe some of you older channel guys out there have an idea on that or doing the same thing, maybe you can shoot me a holler and let me know. Also, I'd like to know about doing some shop cards. I've seen some of you guys out there do some pretty wicked ones, and it's pretty cool. I'd like to see my channel develop and grow. That way I got like a video archive of this. This is something I love doing, and I love sharing it with my kids, my wife. We've all gotten into this. Me and my wife have been together for 6 years, going on 7, and we've been married for 3. And since we've been together, they've picked up the fancy of doing it. My wife is still trying to do it. She's built one, and she's working on another one. She got we got here. She has that one there that she's building. Her uncle passed away, and he had that car, exact car, just like it. And we're doing it just like his, red, black interior, nothing fancy. But it means a lot to her, so it's sitting there in paint right now, and we're getting ready to start working on that again as soon as I finish what I'm doing. Not saying that we won't be working on it at the same time. Just she does a lot of running, and I do a lot of this and that, and the kids do a lot of this and that. So we try to mix our time together when we do it. It's kind of like a family thing, kind of like playing games, like a lot of families like. And this is our game time. So speaking of game time, like I was saying, I need to start breaking the boxes open. Maybe doing a reveal of the parts trees. What's I like, what I do and don't like about them. I got one sitting in front of me right now. I didn't really care for the chrome tree. It was a Mopar, it's a 71 Dodge Charger. I got that one too. But upon opening of the box, I bought it from a secondhand dealer off Marketplace, and yeah, he put it somewhere where it must have got really hot, because when I opened it up, the chrome tree, the window tree, I mean, that was beyond being able to come back from. A lot of times I know you could take that stuff and tamper with them a little bit, get them warm, with water or whatever, and sometimes you'll get the shape back. There was no coming back from this one. The body's good, the wing's good, the wheels are good, and I've got a lot of parts. I mean, I can source it and get it together, which I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm either going to do that or make a diorama. Anyways, back to what I'm saying. The last 3 models I've done have been, let's see here, let's do them in order of appearance here real quick. I don't mind the Charger. I still got some, like I said, some of these models are 30 years old, and not all of them. The one I'm about to show you is not 30. It's the repop of the 69 Boss 302. My son got it for me for Christmas, and I finished it here about a month ago. And then I moved on to the 57 Chevy pickup, and it's part of the agreement with my wife was that I start getting them done, or else I'm not getting no more, because we're running out of space in the bedroom. Because after the Challenger experience, I'm not putting nothing out in my shed. I got a man cave set up as a little apartment out there, and that's where I normally do my model builds and stuff. And it ain't got no air conditioning, it ain't got no heat, but if you catch the weather just right, it's ideal to work in and sit out there and hang out with family in. So anyways, without further ado, here's the 69 Boss 302. I did key lime green. I got a lot of static over it, but I did it like the box art, but my own colors. I kind of make the habit of not doing my models like what the box art says. I kind of do one-offs. I obviously changed the wheels out for what was on the box. Went with Krager's. And the actual funny story behind that one is I robbed the wheels from this kit to go with the 69 Chevelle that I built. And it had white walled leather tires and Krager's in it. And I said, okay, here we go. That's where we're going with it. And I'm a Krager fan. I'm a big time Krager fan. I did kind of a, I forget what that's called, I do tan interiors a lot, and that's not really, it's almond, that's what it is, almond tan. And everybody's like, oh, you gotta go dark and da-da-da. My wife was all about it. She's like, I like the almond tan, that's what you should do. And I said, okay, that's what we'll do then, Mama. Anyways, I think she turned out good. Paint laid down flat. I used a Rust-Oleum 2x paint and with primer in it. At first I wasn't really sure about it because I don't know, I just had a lot of problems with it. And I've had a lot of problems with them setting out, or not setting out, but the paint laying down smooth. And magically with this one it did. I was told by Rust-Oleum that they are owned by testers, and that in order to get that to quit happening with the primer and the 2x, when you get the two different paints, to avoid getting the cracking and stuff, is let the paint cure for over 72 hours. So now when I do the models without primer, if I use the 2x paint, you obviously don't have to use the primer. I let it set for about a week, and it's inside the house. It's always above 68 degrees, when it's curing. This is made during our last snow we had, so this is back, like I said, a month ago. So April, somewhere around there, April, May, yeah, April. And I think she turned out good. I like the way it popped. I tried to do the motors in the same color as what the cars are. I didn't do much in the way. I didn't do no wiring, nothing like that. Just kind of a few things. Kind of be the lazy man way, but she still looks pretty good. I love the fact that it's had the louver on the back of it for the rear window. That should kind of save the butt a little bit, because I think up in this corner here, there's some glue in there. That's okay though. We're not gonna tell nobody. Shh. Our secret, right? Rear end turned out really well. Center carriage. Not much in the way of, being terrible. Thank you. If you'd like, like I said, you can smash a button on that one if you like that. Next one we got going on here is the 57 Chevy pickup. This one here I was really pleased with. I laid down in some metallic blue by I don't even know what brand it is. Some metallic blue, but as you can tell, if you adjust your lighting a little bit, it kind of has a purplish hue to it. Okay, it's fighting me. Never mind. But it's got a little bit of a purple hue, different angles. But so that in there came with, being it's a street rod version. Okay, that's cool. That's good, honey. It's a street rod version of it. It came with some aftermarket wheels, but these came with the AMT 34 Ford Trophy Series pickup truck. You can do that street rod, and I've always loved that style of wheel. So there's a lot of people who are like, I don't like those. My cousin's like it first, and she's a very big critic of mine. He's like, I don't like that. Da-da-da, da-da-da, da-da, da-da-da. And I'm like, okay, well, you build them for you, and I build them for me, and I appreciate your opinion, your input, but again, I do these for myself, nobody else. But as you see, I went back to the tan interior, and I love it. I did you remember how the 50s pickup trucks had the metal topped dashboards? So I painted that to be the same color as the car, and the truck. Did all the rubber around the windows. Gear shifter's got a blue ball on it. I know, I catch you guys on that one. And then come back to my tonneau cover. This is what I like. I was going to paint it black, but I painted the bed. Normally I'd make me a wood stick bed out of like popsicle sticks or some kind of, like the last ones I did for my 76 Chevy was a mousetrap that I put all the little rails in, and I made those out of popsicle sticks, and then I made the rails out of the wood planks off the mousetrap, which that was all done with Dremel. Well, this in here I just painted it. So I was like, what do I want to do as a one-off? And well, instead of doing any one-off or anything like that, a couple people are like, yeah, you know what? The old 57 Chevys, everybody just kind of did, the way they liked them. And they do little personal touches here and there. And I was like, all right, so you think I should paint it black? And they're like, no, I would just leave it clear. It's kind of cool, And I was like, you know what? You're right. You are very much so right. So that is made out of a picture frame. The ones that you just put the pictures in, slide them up in there and they stand up. Well, I cut the base off of it and cut it in half, and there you go. That's that. I need to polish it a little bit, and it does kind of look rough, but it still does the job. It looks like it's been out in the weather, kind of doing its thing, Now, surprisingly enough, with this model, it came with an Edelbrock valve cover set and a breather. So, and I was kind of cool with that because I did the black washing on it. And as you can tell, black washed it, got the black fins painted down in there, and then I did Edelbrock on both. I lost my distributor though. You guys can't see it, but the distributor's not on there, and I lost top radiator hose. Lost a couple pieces in the mix, and that's okay. I'm the only one that's ever going to see it unless I show it here, and you guys will see it a little bit here and there, but it'll eventually be forgotten about. There's the undercarriage coming up. Here we go. This is a good. I like this. It turned out really good. I paint all my frames on the trucks the same color as the vehicle. Wheels kind of gave me a little bit of fit on the axles, but I got them all together. Like I said, this one, another one. I think this was 1997 when this one was made and built, or manufactured. So that front end, oh my god, I hated it. I hate that front end. If I can ever express that enough to somebody, I hate this front end. I got the 55 version of this truck, so I robbed the front end out of that, and I put the front end that came with this one into that one, and reason being is because I broke the front wheel off because it's so flimsy. There's one of those ones that you got to pop on or twist on as you're going, and well, it ain't got twisted on, and yeah, it broke flat, and yeah, long story short, I'll fix it later. I didn't have the patience to do that one. I didn't do the chrome things there because I didn't like how they looked. Nor did I do the badge up there, but I do love the way that front end looks. She's slick, she's sexy, she sits down in there nice and neat. And she just got the stance that everybody wants for a muscle truck. That'd be something I'd drive around every day if I had it. I actually did have a cousin that had that in her life, but that's part of the reason why I loved it. There goes the hood. Yeah, let's see, that's on the floor now. Now, the next one, this is the current one. I'm still in the process of finishing this one off. It is the 1971 Dodge Challenger. You see the instructions in the background there. I'm at that step right there. That's why you get the clamps on it. There she is. And she actually went together really good. No complaints. I'm not a big yellow fan, so I went with blue, Smurf blue. And again, the decals. She's over 30 years old, but this decals are radical. I mean, I love them. If you look at them, that big one right there on the hood scoop right there, right on the very top. Me and my daughter were putting them on yesterday because this paint for some reason sucks the decal to the body. I mean, you got this area right here that you got to suck those down into. It's got a little clear spot that wraps around this. And there's the line where the decal should set. And once it laid on this plastic, once it slid off the tree, it went all sorts of different directions, and it started blowing apart. It blew apart in 5 different sections. Still got the rest of the decals. I ain't gonna put them on yet. I'm gonna buy the other decal set and source another decal set for it because I really love the way it looked on here with the blue. That blue just set it off really good. I loved it. I mean, I couldn't speak on it more. And I had the back end on it, but right here, it's a weird curve up in here, and you got to clamp it up in there for it to hold real tight up in there. So I tried it for about 2 hours, and I was trying to beat the clock on it because I've been working on it for about 3 weeks. Like I said, this paint I want to let it dry and let it cure really good, so I just take my time with them and do everything I can to them. Meantime, I detailed the front and the interior, I didn't really do too much, but I did do an offset. I did satin gloss or satin for the interior, for the seats, and for the dash pad, and for the side armrest and stuff. And this interior was really fun to build. I love this interior. It went in there. I love. Anyways, long story short, it's just really fun. It was a kick. All right, here we go. Drop her off. Come on. Yep. You're gonna stick like. Yep. Guys, this model, I'm telling you. No, stay back. Okay, this is my daughter. She's my little helper. But that's the motor. It's got the 440 Magnum in it. Got all the radiator hoses in there. The Sherber up front. I didn't wire this one either. She looks good. I mean, at first I didn't like that breather. As you can tell, the decals were kind of crappy. Put it down on there and it kind of got a hole in it. But luckily that piece came out and everything else laid flat. So I'm like, okay, that's cool. I can live with that. That's just an old barn find, I guess. So with that being said, everybody's like, well, get another hood for it. You'll like that. I said, no, I like this hood. Yeah, anyhow, that's the story on this booger. When she gets more complete, got more decals to put on for. It's got the side charger emblems here. I got to do the side marker lamps yet. I'll probably do that sometime this week. Yeah, no, she looks a little crooked back there. This does. So I'll probably fix that and straighten it out. I don't know. We'll see. Nitpicking it a little bit. That's okay. So without further ado, I am on to moving into my next build. My wife said I could not build or buy any more until I get some done. Then my gun cabinet has been inheriting my models. So I mean, come on, I got 2 rifles in there and like 20 models. So yeah, it's I guess I agree with her. She's right. So, but hey, don't tell no secrets, or don't tell nobody, but I'm getting 2 more coming up here sometime this next coming week, and a whole slew of parts. So I'll do another video on that. I got a 68 El Camino coming, so I'm kind of inspired by the truck series right now, and so I've got 15 model trucks inside my cabinet, and I'm sitting here thinking like, well, dude, I just did a car. What do I want to do? And I'm like, well, let's do another truck. So 2 cars, 2 trucks. Why not? My daughter's looking at me like crazy because she's like, dude, you're talking all the time. I'm like, yep. Gotta make these videos look good. You gotta make you guys want them. So I'm going there. Just be quiet. Anyways, the daughter is very awesome. She's very good, helpful. I'll show you some stuff that she's got on the mix. I'll tell you how it got started. So without further ado, the next one, the 66 AMT. Let me see that box over here. Or not AMT, it's Revell Monogram. So that is going to be my next one. You hear the box rattling in the back because the daughter hands it to you and just throws it at me. So got a camera in one hand and I'm trying to catch with another. So I mean, it looks pretty good. It's got some stuff I already cleaned up on the body. I got to do some more cleaning on it, but we're not showing everything, little thing here, okay? So I had to clean some window jams up in there. Body lines look pretty good actually, but let's go back here. I'll show you the box. And again, this is one of my 30-year-old models. Revell Monogram 66 El Camino. Got good stats on it. She's a pretty good looking model. I like the root beer color on the box, but I do not like doing the models the same color as the box. I'm anti box colors. So anyways, this is gonna be the next build out of kind of a homage to the El Camino series. I got an 85, got 68 coming, and I got 66. And I know there's a few more models or El Caminos out there that I got to get to make the kind of series complete. But before I go chasing those down, I gotta get this one. The 68 will go in the box storage. I got a couple of the models in mind that I want to build and get them going. Those are for future videos. Don't turn to eat. So here we go. Without further ado, this is going to be that. Now, something I'm really proud about. Me and my wife and my daughter have all kind of got set up on doing something here. See these Mardi Gras beads here? They are the fun dice, whatnot. Let's set our focus in just a little bit. Well, me and my wife, I did a 69 Chevelle, or 68 Chevelle, sorry. And I've been saying 69 this whole time, but it's a 68. Took a pair of these dice, and I made some hanging dice for the rearview mirror. And we left them this color because the color of the car was cranberry red, which is almost burgundy. And in certain light, you got a little bit of purplish hue to it. So we took two and we cut them off of here and cut this line here and drilled a hole in both, and took a piece of longer thread and we cleaned that up there a little bit. But I took some hot glue, put the ends of the cord in there, and kind of the same scenario as what they did here, but made it longer so it'll hang around the mirrors and look like dice. So go get that, sissy. And now I had my daughter take a whole string of these off, and we painted them. She painted them, I should say. Right. So now the 66 is going to be the first of the models to have the white dice inside of the rearview mirror. Now, my thought process is for my family, I'm going to start cutting these up and start making the rearview mirror dice, and possibly start putting them on eBay. I mean, we left in this color here. The reason why I went with the white, that color there is kind of hard to see. I did a black interior on the Chevelle, as you'll see here in just a second, because I'm bringing it out to show to you. It looks good though. I mean, I know it's there. We all know it's there. But had we went with white, it would have looked a whole lot better inside the car, in my opinion. But I love it. My wife made the first pair, and I drilled the holes, and she took the string and hot glued them inside the dice, because we were sitting there kind of thinking, well, we'll use Tester's glue and we'll see how that holds. And I'm like, I know. And she's like, you know what? I know. Hot glue. We just bought a hot glue gun. And that's the fun of getting these guys into the hobby, is because now I'm tinkering around with all these little toys and stuff, making things going. Here, I'll show you the hood here in a minute too, since my daughter wants to be the bragger. Okay. I mean, as you can hear her in the background. Oh, you've already told this story 100 times, but I'm gonna tell the story again. No, so, anyways, without further ado, the purple dice inside, which looks good. It looks good. It does have a good look to it. You can actually tell they're in there. There's the Kragers I stole off that Mustang. It didn't come with the Kragers. It came with the white wall tires. So I took these ones from this kit and put them in the Mustang wheels. So I had to source out wheels from the Mustang. And that's kind of the reason why the Mustang wheel on the right front hey, we're losing power. It's storming out here, guys, too. We got strong, severe storms going on in the neighborhood. But that tire right there doesn't quite fit the way it should. That's okay. That's all right. I can live with that. But we got everything going on here with this. Anyways, now I think the white would look really good hanging from the rearview mirror in there. I mean, come on. Tell me that would look good. Anyhow. You see that? Anyhow, back to the story time with my daughter. See the hood here? Oh, there's lightning. If you look at it in the light just the way it goes. Look, see that? The paint laid down weird on this hood, and it did the cracking that I was talking about. And I soaked it for a day or two, and my daughter, we pulled it out, and my daughter goes, can I help clean it? I was like, yeah, no problem. Like, not a problem, sis. And I was like, but don't use nothing abrasive. No scouring pads, no metal brush, no nothing. Because we got some metal brushes that sometimes when the paint's tough in these little jams, you barely scribe it and it'll come off. Well, my daughter doesn't quite know the ideal of barely. She went with elbow grease and all, and Yeah, I made some new body lines in there. So I couldn't find this type of hood on eBay on the resin hoods or anything otherwise, and I didn't want to get a whole junkyard kit just to get that, you know. So we went and ordered an aftermarket hood and resin hood. My cousin did for me actually, so that's coming. But I went ahead and laid the paint down, and the paint laid down good this time. Yeah. So, yeah. The daughter, that's her dedication to the model hobby. And then, yeah, these are. So, anyways, these are, I guess, really tell you the truth, the last 4. I'm kind of rambling here. Kind of got the storm going on in the background. I'm kind of hoping it doesn't come back to kick us in the butt, but I mean, as you can tell, I'm not really prejudiced about what brand of car I have on my. I don't do tuners, but my son has a tuner in his mix of his model cars that he wants to work on. Emily, you want to reach down and get that hood down there? And he wants to get that going. And he's like, Dad, you can steal parts out of it if you want. I'm like, no, we're gonna get it going. So this is when I did this one, is 5/25. So May 25th is when I did this one, the 57. So I've just started doing that, putting the dates on them. Anyways, to wrap this video up, these are the 4 horsemen, I guess, what I'm building, and these are the dice that my daughters are building. So if you like this and you want to see more, give me some love. Show me some love. You know my goal. I kind of want to try to see if I can get a sponsorship going. Maybe I'm still trying to learn more tricks. You know, I want to learn how to polish really good. Wet sand. I don't know how to wet sand. I'm kind of stupid when it comes to that. But I mean, this is kind of what I've been turning out. I think it's turned out looking pretty good. They're dusty and dirty right now. You know, I gotta clean them. But this in here really, that paint, the cranberry red, really turned out good on this car. I love it. Well, I wouldn't marry it, but I do like it. I do love it. Yeah, this is kind of cool. So anyways, without further ado, smash the buttons and show some love and give me some love. Peace out. You guys have a good day. Bye.